Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Disney Dollhouse, stage 41. And it is a continuation from stage 40 and 40 and 39 where we're working more on the basement part of the house. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these clamps. Everything should be set up enough that that won't cause any problems. Same with pulling these squares out. I don't know that they actually really did anything, but if I have the items on hand that they asked me to use, I do. I can go ahead and get rid of the tape. And you can see in here, there's about there's 4 pieces plus a extra piece, a furnishing from Cinderella's room. And I was wondering at first because it didn't come in an extra bubble pack. So I took a look, and it's actually, let's go ahead and get these pieces out of here. There, is the bubble pack. And that's all that's in that box there. So let's go ahead and take this out and take a look at it. It is something we don't see much of anymore these days. It's the vanity thing, shield, or I don't know what you call it, to be honest, but it's so that you can dress behind this. You know, if it's curved like this, then you'd be dressing back here. It's kind of cool. It is an old school thing. Very cool to have in the house, and that will again be put back into the bubble pack to be put away until such time as we're actually furnishing the house. And then the rest of what we have here is 2 more braces like this one, a dividing wall that is going to go right here, and then 1 more really small dividing wall, because this is where I believe this end is where the Winnie the Pooh basement room will be. As I said in the last video, and I'm not sure how I'm going to present it yet. In the last video, I talked about the fact that we will be mating the first floor and the cellar floor together today. I'll probably do that off screen and then come back and show you how it went together. So in following the instructions, the first thing it says to do, it doesn't look like it says to glue it. What is really funny though, oh wait, okay, I was going to say is they don't have this piece in place, but it is in place there. Let's see. Okay, it is temporarily put in place there. While you do the other 3 pieces first, well, you install each piece temporarily. So we'll just set this down in place here. If it'll go. There we go. Come on. It's going to spread the walls a little bit. And there are tabs here, here, and here. Here, here, and here that are going to have to go into the floor. Move this over to where it's in the right spot. That's in the right spot. And that will just give more support than just this on this area. Looks like, let's see, might be one here, I'm not positive. And this piece here is going to have to go across here. Let me make sure these are identical. Yeah. I don't know if you guys just noticed, but I actually just switched these out. So we're going to push this one in place temporarily, and this will get clamped because it is not 100% engaging. And then this one here will go right here, and this last one, if it'll fit, fits on one side, the other side's a little bit snug. This is good. Actually, when I put this in, this one kind of engaged. This one's a little bit twisted. So we'll see what we have to do as we're putting them back in. So yeah, they have you put everything in place temporarily. And then they have you pull it back out, glue it, and put it back in. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. I am not. What I'll probably do is put a clamp on here once it's in place, because this one looks like it might be, and it is. I don't know if that's going to show on camera. No, it's not, because I can't show it without, it's not going to focus. But you can see there, this one is warped. Luckily, that one's in the center rather than the end. Actually, they're both a little bit warped. So it's going to be one of these things of trying to figure out how to put these in to where that warp is not going to cause an issue. And it's just dealing with wood. The warp should not be a big problem. Yeah, this one's more warped than this one. So it's going to be a matter of, when I glue them in, I have to glue them in, hold them in place long enough for the glue to start setting up. So we're going to pull this one out, double check, see what they've got you putting glue all the way across. Sorry if my chair is squeaking a lot. But we just put a little dab of glue, run a bead of glue down here, and if it overflows, it's not a big deal, because this is all interior, you're not going to see it. So we're putting a bead of glue all the way down. They show doing the glue with a toothpick. I'm going to go ahead and just use the bottle. So, got glue on there. Don't have it on both sides of the tabs. Just dropped a drop of glue into the bottom. Wouldn't have mattered, but I still cleaned it out. Now the fun part is trying to make sure you keep this glue relatively in the same spot on the wall and not over gluing everything like I am right now. It's sliding. Okay, so that's there. Let's wipe out the excess that's on the front and back. Push that down inside there. Wipe that down. That down. Entirely too much glue, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about the glue down in here. So what I'm going to do next, it says to apply the glue on here. Instead, I'm going to apply the glue to the wall, just like that. Then I'm going to put it in the base here. Same thing on this side. Did it? Yeah, it did. A small piece of the plywood pulled out of the end of this piece right here. Oh, come on. There, you can see it. So I'm gonna see if I can slide this back in there on top of that piece that's still there. I'm gonna push this down into place. I'm gonna pull everything together, and while I'm getting this in place and setting it up, I am going to go ahead and pause the camera real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, it's not setting completely up, so I'm going to use the weight of the house to hold this down. So let me go ahead and get these pieces out, or this piece out, shall I say. Do the same thing. Put some glue in here. Put a little bit of glue across here. And then drop this one in place. Like I said, the house, putting the house on top of this is actually going to hold everything down in place. Make sure no excess in the front or the back. Do the same thing for that piece there. I'm just going to drop some glue in here. Whoops, missed. And then put that in there. Grabbing stuff that I don't want. And so, like I said, this should all set down when the house goes on top of it. Double check the instructions real quick. Thinking it's telling you to make sure it's straight. Probably telling you to let everything dry first. But I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get the house for right now and set it on top of here and see how well it fits. So, since the house is just right over here, I'm going to grab it, bring it over here, and see if it will hopefully just drop into place. What you just heard was one of these plastic pieces. I popped it off when I had a hold of the house. They don't have to be here. I've just been keeping them there. Now the fun part, finding where the holes are. Like I said, if everything works completely right, this will just kind of fall in place. Kind of like that. It appears it is actually latched in. And because of that, because it is latched in like that, because it is sitting in place, like I said, I don't need to worry about those twisted beams. And what I can do is I can just take it back off, apply a liberal amount of glue, and then glue it down, and I'll set things in each room to hold it down in place. So let me take it back off, find a place and set it. Okay. This, if anywhere, is where everything's going to go south. And it does show putting glue all the way around. So hopefully I won't run out of glue in this little bottle before I get everything done. I'm not going to worry too much about putting glue. Well, I'll put glue across the tops of the tabs. I was going to say I wasn't going to worry about that too much. Get that off the outside there. Only on this area right here that I'm working right now do I need to worry about the glue running down the outside, because there are more things that are going to go across the rest of it. Let's go ahead and run across here. Like this. Across here, and actually back here in the back, I'll have to double check and make sure there's no excess glue running down the outside. Go across this tab, across here. Here. Oh, that's a ton of glue right there. It's going to be okay if it's up in the corner, not so much if it's up on the, if it ends up on the outside running down. This area of the house, not a big deal, because there's going to be things that cover the front of the house here. Interesting. Tab sticking down here. There are no tabs on this end of the house. So as long as the back line's up, we're fine. There's a tab here. And I just stripped some glue inside the house. This tab here, and those are the only tabs on this end of the house that are actually bonding it down. Other than these cross members. Well, not really bonding it down. What those tabs are doing is making sure it's in place. That's why it's going into place so easily, is because outside of this cupola area here, you just have tabs across the back. So, bring the house back over, and hopefully it will set down just as easily this time as it did last time. So we're going to line up over here. Get on that tab there. Come on. And what I have to do is twist it to where it falls in place everywhere. This time it is not just falling quickly into place the way it did the first time. So I'm going to pause the camera, move the house around, get it in place, and I'll be back and show you the result. Okay, I am back, and that is the top view of the house now sitting on top of the base or basement. So let me switch cameras, and that's what it looks like right now. I've got a gallon of lacquer thinner, a gallon of thinner, and several things holding it together. At this point, I need to let it just sit for a while to let that glue set up, probably a couple of hours. So that is as far as I can go on this video. I hope you're enjoying this. It is coming together. It is now almost too large to fit in the storage spot I've been putting it in. We'll see how it grows with the next floor and next several issues. Hope you're enjoying this. It is a great build. It is very well engineered. Worst part I've come across so far is those slightly twisted beams, and as you can see, everything is going together great. Just double checking, everything is seated here, everything is seated across the entire structure. So I'm really happy with the way it's going. Doors are still working. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of anytime I post new content. Leave a comment. Really love comments. Also, I appreciate you stopping by. Keep losing my train of thought, sorry. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. Sorry I bumped the camera. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you on the next video and or stream. Peace out.
Model mania, partwork models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, partwork models, plastic modeling, wooden